Okay, good evening, everyone. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back to Dragon Age 2. As promised, we're jumping right back in, and it looks like we're going to at least start the next DLC tonight. So we'll see how that goes. That is, this is actually the part where, which is, first of all, we see Carver again. We have Hawke's good old sibling. And then also, this is the part that ties in most directly to Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, I need to see if I can actually complete this quest.
Anything interesting happening around town?
If you recall, we left off last time with a bugged quest, and it seems as if a nice reset has not corrected that bug. So, without further ado, let's refresh and do this combat again, I suppose. Unfortunately, it's fine. Everything will be fine. Don't worry, it's all fine here. There we go. Just as a refresher, see what happened last.
If you're good, I'll tell Castillon to go easy on you.
Contrary to popular belief, I do have standards.
You're going to do whatever I want. I own you.
My friend.
You sure about that?
Oh, yeah. Well.
You! I knew the bitch was up to something. Kill them!
This is what you get for letting your prisoner keep her weapons. This was very foolish, really. And... whoop. Oh, fuckerino. Ow, really? I mean, yes, I know, thanks, Varric, but, like... Let's go handle that. Hi, Kevin. Good to see you, and yes, you did. Kylie's gonna be a little bit late tonight, I believe. She has some professional obligations that will keep her for the first little while, as I understand things. But she will be joining us in a little bit. There we go.
Velasco sent word to Castillon. He's on his way. Let's look around first. I want to know
Second
why
monitor.
he's in Kirkwall.
I have a very professional mod. Yay. Alright, yes, she has to be with us, so okay. Let's not bring Aveline. That would be a mistake. Still bring Meryl, because best girl. And let's bring Fenris. Edgy McEdge boy. Alright. And let's loot everything. Okay, cool. I'm getting a quest marker this time, so that's good news. And with Isabella in my party, that seems like a good sign. So I think it's working this time.
Allow me.
Yes, I will.
You're such a slave driver.
Ambrosia, okay. Alright, anything else we've got to loot before we finish up this place? Oh, look, a sack. Bet there's money in it. In any case, early or otherwise, good to have you, Kevin. Or uncharacteristically early, I would say. Earlier than usual, at least. Incriminating documents. Oh,
So
wonderful.
Castillon's looking to
Wonderful.
expand his slaving business. Why am I not surprised?
And Velasco told me you were all tied up. A lovely present just waiting to be opened. I see he's paid for that little mistake. What a pretty smear
That was-
he makes. Well played, Isabella.
That was suggestive.
Crossed and double-crossed.
You want to talk? Maybe we should talk about these documents. Slavery in the free marches? They're not going to like that.
Get to the point.
Give me your ship, and your word to leave me alone, and you can take these papers and go.
What? Does that mean you're leaving? I mean, okay. I mean, if you want to go be a pirate, then that's... Okay, but...
Can you trust him? He trades people for money.
Castillon's a businessman, and this is a business deal. He'll keep his end of the bargain.
I doubt that, but okay.
If you want the ship, can't we just kill him and take it?
You don't just kill a man and take his ship. That's crude and amateurish. How will he tell everyone how I bested him if he's dead?
Ah, Isabella. Always full of surprises.
I see I wasn't the only one played today. Give me the documents, and you can have the ship. And you will never hear from me again.
Swear it.
I swear it on my mother's grave. Give me the documents.
Okay, I mean, I guess. I'd love to kill him, but, I mean, deal's a deal. Kevin says, I'm finally playing a good heroic character in a game. Of course, it's Kingdom Come Deliverance, so it's actually better to be good, but it's outside my MO. Yeah, as you may know, as you may have noticed, I should say, I typically play relatively good and heroic characters. Partially because for philosophical reasons. I've made the argument before that I take video gaming and RPGs especially to be a kind of moral training. And so if you can do something which is good, moral, and heroic in a game, that begins to form the correct habits in one's mind, such that one will be more likely to be able to do something good, noble, and heroic in reality. It trains the virtues. I've mentioned this before, and I think I've linked it before, but I have a video on the subject. In fact, it's called Plato's Guide to RPGs, I believe. It's a video lecture on this very subject, where Plato talks about this in the context of acting, stage acting, as in like in a play, and the different ways in which we can portray characters, that sort of thing. But I think that that video does a good job of sort of laying out the ideas behind this, right? Both that this is moral training, that it can be moral training to play a game, and then also how we ought to do that, how we ought to be careful when we're portraying or putting ourselves into the role of a more villainous or underhanded character as opposed to the big damn hero. So, I mean, kill the slaver. It's kind of heroic, but honor a deal. A deal is a deal. Even if it's a deal by a pirate wench, but... okay.
You've made your decision, Isabella. Do as you wish.
The ship is yours. Let me say, my dear, that you would make a remarkable ally for any man able to tame you. Our business is hereby concluded. Forever. Be well, Isabella.
I cannot believe that. That sounds implausible to me.
He didn't deserve to walk free.
He'll get what's coming to him someday. Doesn't need to be at my hand.
That's mature. That's actually surprisingly mature.
If you're looking to sail off, I think the sun sets that way.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Yet. I owe you all this, you know. I've got a feeling something big's about to happen. Knowing you'll be right in the middle of it. I wouldn't miss that for the world. Come on.
That is true. That is very, very true. Alright, so... let's go back to our standard crew. And... get out of here. Save all. And let's go ahead and do, let's wrap up any character side quests we have before we go and do the next DLC. Kevin says, "I've found I feel happier when I play heroically." Yeah, I tend to as well. Check on Anders and the Hangman with Isabella. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go meet Isabella and the Hangman. This is the docks though. Yeah, it's a kind of, it's the same type of joy that we can get from pursuing a good goal and gradually becoming, getting closer to obtain it. Which is a very genuine kind of real joy, not just fleeting happiness. Even if it isn't real, you can still have that kind of experience, because that experience, the phenomenological part of it, the happiness that comes from it, is, I think, primarily from the development of virtue, not so much from accomplishment. Not so much from doing something good, but from being good, and from choosing good, and from conditioning one's will towards the good. I think that's kind of the key. That's the part of doing good that leads to happiness. Now, this is dangerous. This can be a kind of almost a kind of drug if you obsess over fake heroism, imitation heroism, so as to get the same psychological pleasure that you would get from actually being heroic without actually helping anybody. But again, I think that it's worth that risk, because it is very likely to help you train the virtues for when you need them in real life.
Drinking from their tub again, huh?
You have to when you're dealing with this lot.
Oh yeah, Kevin, I've got another voice diner tonight. I'm liking this. I think this is my last one. But I also have a nice little... I've had this bottle opener for a lot of years. It's a Students... I don't know if you can see that on there. It is a Students for Liberty bottle opener, and it's a credit card size one, so this thing is always in my wallet. And I love this little thing. It's very convenient. It's much more convenient than, like, the keychain ones.
Can I get another?
You've had enough.
It's very nice. It's Students for Liberty. Students for Liberty. Good organization. I haven't been involved with them too very much, even back in the day. I was much more closely involved with Young Americans for Liberty. Which is odd, because they're the more political activist side, and Students for Liberty is more the academic side, so you'd think it would be more along with these guys. But as it so happens, the groups that were on campuses that I was at happened to be more Young Americans for Liberty oriented. Either way, did good work. Both organizations still are, to what I know. Young Americans for Liberty especially has been doing a lot of good work lately. There's been somewhat of a resurgence, which I'm really happy to see. I was a little anxious there for a few years that the Liberty movement was basically dead among young people, but I think it's coming back. I think, and I hope, coming back. Let's see what Isabella's up to.
You're here. Good. I wanted to talk to you.
So when do I get the grand tour?
Of the ship. It's not fit to be seen. Castillon had an obsession with mustard-colored satin. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. It saves me the trouble of having to go look
It's
for
not
you.
that bad.
I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I'm glad you walked in here all those years ago.
You've been a good friend and a constant source of excitement.
Oh,
That's true.
you do know how to flatter a girl. Now that I have my ship, I'll need a new crew. And I'd like to have someone like you on board. Someone I can really trust. Who has my back, no matter what happens.
I do definitely have other commitments, but I want to be a cute romantic. So hold on, Kevin says it always resurges under Democrats. Partially. And I think there is a lot to that, because again, I would never have gone libertarian if it weren't for President Barack Obama. I probably would still be a neocon, which again, maybe not still, but I would have been for a lot longer, because I was in high school during the Bush years. I was a neocon. I was a very Bushian, warmongering neoconservative, the whole 9 yards. It's kind of funny that what drove me towards libertarianism was noticing that first of all, I just opposed Barack Obama, because of course I did. But that I gradually started noticing that he was doing all the same things that the Bush administration had been, but worse. Like, what's going on here? Why is he just kind of doing the same thing? And why do I hate it? Oh, right. I hate it because I should have been hating it when W was doing it too. That's why. And I started to sort of reconsider. And I think that's a thing that can really happen. And I had a lot of hope. You can go back to my old streams on this, because I talked about it. Like Red Dead and Mass Effect 1 back a year ago or so, a year or more, maybe even a year and a half. I was very, very hopeful we would start to see the same trend among Democrats, noticing that Trump was doing a lot of the same bad things that Democrats were. And that they might start realizing, hey, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't be vesting this much power in the executive. Maybe we should be a little bit more subsidiary. We should be a little bit more localist. Maybe we shouldn't be so authoritarian. But that hasn't come up. That hasn't happened very much. Part of it is just because I think that the left, especially the ideological left, not just your run-of-the-mill, young person Democrat, but your ideological leftist is far, far more comfortable with intellectual inconsistencies than anybody on the right, especially libertarians. Libertarians have a problem with intellectual inconsistency. We hate it almost as much as we hate roads. But under Trump, they didn't see that. Well, maybe they did see that their position became contradictory, became self-contradictory. They want ultimate power in the executive, but they hate the executive. But who cares? They don't need to be consistent because it's not who they are. It's not part of their ideology. At least, again, the doctrinaire leftists, not so much the sort of political operatives, people who just kind of follow politics or are Democrats by default or whatever like that. But we didn't see nearly as much of a resurgence and left-wing people coming to the liberty movement as much as I thought we might have. That said, we saw a lot of that under George W. Bush. The liberty movement at that time was mostly opposed to what the Republicans were doing. So against the war on drugs, against the war on terror, against the surveillance state, against the increases in taxes and spending, all the stuff that W was doing was opposed by former leftists turned libertarians. That's where we have some of the best libertarians were like that. We have Scott Horton, we have Dave Smith, we have what's his name? The 10th Amendment, the 10th Amendment Center. Dave. It's another Dave. It's another Liberty Dave, I think. The 10th Amendment Center guy. Who is doing so much actual real work to nullify federal overreach to this day. And he was a lefty in the Bush years and was opposed to federal overreach then, kept opposing it under Obama, kept opposing it under Trump, and keeps opposing it under Biden, and damn it, he's doing a good job of it, and so are a bunch of these guys. That was a hell of a movement there. That got started under a Republican. But yeah, nowadays I think you're right that the wokest left, the ideological left, the fully sort of neo-Marxian type left, which is in power, roughly speaking, they're not concerned with consistency, so we don't have this kind of a backlash like we do with Republicans. Republicans can turn into libertarians relatively easily, and I think that they are now, because there's a simple opposition to power, to what happens to be in power right now. And good. We should be opposed to power. We certainly should be opposed to tyrannical regimes, and I think that's what we're facing, and that's what most of the world is facing, unfortunately. various different versions of tyrannical regimes, but certainly we don't have it nearly as bad as some places, thankfully. But that's, I think, only because of the very strong opposition, especially at the state level, local level, individual level even, but mostly at the state level. So yeah, I do think you're right. That said, I think that it's not just Democrat rule. It is the Kuf regime that the doctocracy, if you want, the Faucists, if you will, that has driven a lot of people towards liberty, towards ideas of liberty, because they're seeing oppression and they're reacting to it as they should. In this case, it's medical tyranny, but it's tyranny nonetheless, and people are seeing it and people are opposing it, and huzzah! There's a rapid growth I've seen in the liberty movement. I think Tom Woods, who just had his 2000th episode, which is get set to air like next week or something, is one of, if not the best and most prominent libertarians, especially right libertarians, especially sort of Misesian, Austrian school economist type anarcho-capitalists. And his audience has exploded in the last couple of years because of the Kuf stuff. It's unbelievable, the growth that he's seen. And a lot of it's because he's talking about it, but he's also talking about other things, the same stuff that he's always been talking about. And man, is he talking about it really, really well. And to a huge audience. An audience that, like, since his 1000th episode, I was at his 1000th episode. We didn't make it to his 2000th this year. Last weekend, Michael's baptism was a little more important. But yeah, it was, I think it was almost twice as big, and that was just the live event. That's not just his audience, that's just the live event. It's amazing. I'm thrilled to see that sort of thing. I'm thrilled to see things like the Mises Caucus. I'm also thrilled to see people like Tho Bishop, this guy in Florida, who is sort of working within the Republican Party to push it towards liberty. Big DeSantis guy. A lot of that's great. Kevin says, I think there's a stronger reaction to Democrats because libertarianism and conservatism have a lot more in common, economically, socially, politically. They can, and they do under certain circumstances. But now they sure as hell do. But I think that's... How do I put this? I think if you look at the last 20 years, the last 3 presidents, I guess 4 now. Hard to think of Biden as his own separate president. He's whatever. The last 4 presidents since the turn of the millennium. If you look at the last 4, what you kind of have is a pulling apart of the traditional political parties of the Republicans and the Democrats. In the noughties, during the Bush years, you could have Democrats who were very, very close to libertarianism because they opposed the current regime. You could have that. That was perfectly comprehensible. That was perfectly reasonable. That was a thing you could have, and people could move that way. The reason I don't think you see that now is because the Democrats have moved so far away from what was the mainstream that a move from party line Democrat to libertarian is a huge leap now. For a Republican, it's still a big leap. It would have been too big of a leap during the Bush years. It was a slightly smaller leap during the Obama years, but it was still big. But nowadays, what we have, this chasm between the left and everyone else, is so much wider. It makes the gap between Republicans and libertarians look that much smaller. Even though it's still not small. Like, there's a lot of things that party line Republicans, especially like the never Trump Republicans, but even the Trump Republicans, are vehemently opposed to libertarians about. And I don't just mean the libertarian degeneracy stuff. I'm mostly talking about things like economics, international trade, things like that. and like, social safety nets and all that sort of thing, where Republicans and libertarians disagree. Even the best of the libertarians and the best of the Republicans tend to disagree on a lot of economic issues in particular, and some cultural issues as well, but mostly a lot of economic issues. And I think that the reason that gap can be bridged so easily is not because it's narrowing, but because the other gaps in American politics are widening to such an incredible degree that it makes it look smaller. I think that's really what's happening, more so than anything else. Like, I really do think that the left has gone off the deep end entirely, to the point where I keep, people don't believe me when I say this, like, mostly, I guess, young people, but just leftists in general, left-wing people, even older left-wing people, just refuse to believe this, refuse to acknowledge this, that Donald Trump, as president, was probably to the left of Bill Clinton in every meaningful policy. Might be a few minor exceptions. I mean, we've talked about this before. Kevin, you've brought up a couple exceptions, and maybe there are some. But overall, especially in cultural issues, where the gap is the widest, Donald Trump was way to the left of Bill Clinton when he was president. And he's the most right-wing Republican there is in the country, apparently. Which, I don't know. Kevin says, I think most grassroots Republicans are stuck in their block because each year, very libertarian ideas of low taxes and less government are given lip service by the establishment GOP. Yeah, I think so. And I think it's easier to work either within the existing parties or with a libertarian party, or even no party affiliation in local elections, or even state level. Even state level might be manageable. I could see a libertarian governor coming up, especially now with the coup hysteria and opposition to it. I could see a libertarian governor coming up in the next couple cycles. It's possible. But I can also see extremely, genuinely libertarian-leaning Republicans, because we see them. There are already some. Kristi Noem in South Dakota, certainly Ron DeSantis in Florida. Again, he is. I don't know if you were here when I mentioned this. He went to the same high school as I did, like 10 years earlier. Cool, huh? Very proud of that. This might be the best governor I know of that Florida has ever had. God damn, he's been doing a good job. And I mean, yeah, he's got his issues. He is kind of a Bushian Republican in a lot of ways, and I don't know if I'd want him to be president, in part because then he would have much more of a sway over foreign policy, where I think his problems might be. I think he's a bit of a war hawk. And also because I think he's doing a fantastic job in Florida, and he needs to keep doing it. So I don't know if I'd even want him in the Oval Office. It's not yet. But yeah, I think that's Republicans are really good at making nice promises and then utterly failing to deliver. Honestly, same goes with the Conservative Party in the UK. From what I've been hearing, because they have complete control over Parliament. Parliament there's no real checks and balances in the English system and the British system. They can do whatever the hell they want, and they're doing nothing to roll back the leftist craziness and such. Things like online censorship and which is by law in the UK. It's not like we whine about censorship. Like Susan WikiWiki is trying to censor my stream if I say the coof word. No, it's illegal to say mean things to people on the internet in the UK. Like that kind of online censorship. So Count Dankula kind of thing. In fact, there's a good interview between Michael Malice and Sargon of Akkad. And I'll link again in the description. I'll put it somewhere in the Discord as well, especially if you remember. Remind me, Kevin. That was really good on sort of looking at UK politics and trying to figure out if we should be taking white or black pills. Anyway. Kevin says, I've always seen Trump as mostly a wrench in the machine. Yeah, agreed. Among my far-right circles, he isn't as highly esteemed as the real deal as he is among boomers. Yeah, I think you're right. He's tolerated because he was the biggest middle finger that populists could find to the establishment. And I mean, Dave Smith has talked about this, that now that that's been crushed, if they were looking for the biggest middle finger they could find and they came up with Trump, imagine how pissed people are now, and imagine a bigger middle finger. That should scare people. That should scare us. That should even scare people who lean towards populism. That should scare them. Because that's how you get the explosion of a demagogue. And I'm not saying that the next populist will be a sort of demagogue, Hitlerian, whatever. But there's a distinct possibility of that. And there's a distinct possibility of a real authoritarian strongman. Not just Trump, who was far from an authoritarian strongman. He wanted to be, but he couldn't. The establishment was too entrenched, and he didn't have the political will or the political clout to do so. So, yeah. So again, I don't think that we're heading in a nice direction. Let's say. Hawke might be though. So, we're playing a game, so let's actually play the game a little bit. Let's finish this conversation at least.
I can't just leave Meryl.
Then bring her along. A blood mage obsessed with mirrors is a useful thing to have on a ship.
Why?
I just hate to have to say goodbye. You're the best friend I've had in a very long time. A toast to friendship and to us.
All right. Cheers. I'll drink some eggnog to that. I don't hate her as much as Erica does, but I don't think she's my least favorite character in the party. We need to go to Anders' clinic. I think that might go to Fenris. I don't know. Fenris is less annoying, but he's much less memorable. So it might go to Fenris, because it's actually at least interesting to have Isabella around. Yeah, Canary Sword, nice.
You think I don't know the city guard is just another arm of the Templars?
That is completely unfair.
If they show up here, I'll know who to blame. That's all I'm saying.
We got a cab mage over here. You know what? Never mind. He's my least favorite character.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to see that.
I was wrong.
I just can't be too careful. Now that the Knight Commander has basically appointed herself Viscount.
Yeah, he's my least favorite character, Mr. ACAB Mage. I don't know. He bugs me. This bugs me. It's bad, and the worst part about his character is that he was a much better written character in Dragon Age Awakening, in the DLC for the last game, than he is here. So, Kevin says there's also that theory that Trump is a deep agent for the Democrats, designed to fracture their opposition in perpetuity. I don't think it's working. If that was the case, I don't think it worked. I really don't. It certainly broke apart the GOP into the Trump faction and the Never Trump faction. But it made the Trump faction way stronger and more organized. If it was a sort of psyop, it went wrong. It went really wrong. Hi, Michael. Greetings, Mr. Michael. He can come in if he wants. He can say hi. I think you're right. He doesn't, but here he is anyway. Hi, dude. Little Chunkus. Yes. Yes, hello. Yes, hello. Ah! Okay. Okay. See ya.
Okay, buddy.
Alright, bye-bye, dude. There was Michael again. I have a feeling this won't be the last time, because he's not sleeping yet, and he can escape. He has free reign of the house. He just can't open doors yet. And that's the only door, that one, is the only door between him and me. So, he'll probably be back. Anyway, there he was. Anyway, yeah, Anders, stop. Stop being crazy. Just shh. Sit down. Be quiet.
Maybe she can stop rebels like you.
Oh, that is not what I meant to say.
Your Knight Commander has done a wonderful job crushing rebels. You should be proud.
That's not what I meant to say.
The Mage Underground is all but destroyed, and those left have turned to blood magic as their only option.
I meant, like, don't get yourself
Meredith
caught.
knows will prevent any chance of the public taking their side.
I didn't want you to get caught. I didn't mean to be a dick.
You don't think that kind of proves her point?
A mage
yes.
saved all of us from the Blight. But it makes no difference. The Chantry set us on this path long ago. It would take something truly catastrophic to change people's thinking now.
Mm-hmm. That way. Whatever.
Our cause is nearly lost.
I mean, yeah, but, like... Maybe don't be such a terrorist. That might help. I'm just saying. Maybe that'll help. I don't know, man. Seems, Oh, hey. A book. Let's read the book. Okay, to Inter Imperium. Yeah, that does not seem like it's going good places. Okay. Let's not do that. Let's go to Hightown so we can go to our house. Yeah, let's go to our house. Sell off what we gotta sell off. Put away what we gotta put away. And then we'll go on our next DLC quest. Only 40 minutes in, not bad. But we're probably not gonna finish it tonight, but let's see. We'll see how far we get. If I recall, it's a bit shorter than the previous one. Mark the Assassin.
Have you located any Canary blades?
This is what I've found.
If you find more, bring them to me.
Cool. Alright. Sell off some junk. I have no junk. Yeah, I do. There's junk. I already have maxed out backpack. Eh. Regret. Nice. But no. Alright. Should do for now. It's fine. Alright, let's go back home to Hawke's house. Put on our jammies. Equip everyone properly.
Good to see you again, sir.
Yeah, I can just put away the rest of this. Except for, well, even that.
If you need me for anything.
Robes of the Champion is better. Gloves of the Champion is also better, because it improves the level up. Yeah, it does, so that's just better. Okay, so I need the other champion stuff. The headdress and boots of the champion. I don't have them. Fine. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, that's better. Let's see. Any of this stuff. Any of this stuff. Wait, what was that? Hold on. That looked good. Snowboard threads? Ooh. Yeah. That's much better. Yeah. Might. Sorry, this is the boring part. I really should have done some of this off stream, but I was had a little quest that was bugged. So apologies. No. The iron. Well, pretty good, but nah. I like that attack speed. It's nice. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I'll give that to some of my companions, but I'm not taking either of them on the quest, so I won't. Alright, what else? Anything else? Chevalier. Nope. Nope. Okay, enchantment. I'm gonna need. I want more Bethal's favors. Oh, the grenades. That's right. Okay. That makes 25 of them. That should be enough. Okay. Oh. Oh. Magic resistance, spirit damage, fortitude. Kunari, defense. It's nice. Ooh, that's nice too. Damage to humans. Alright, let me go to. Let me see enchantment. Let me see who needs what. Hawke is good. Tyne. No one's using it. Alright, so no one. Oh, Isabella. Yeah, so Isabella needs 2 weapon runes. Okay, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I need 5 armor runes. You do that first. Hi, Kylie. How's it going? How is it going? One. Two. 3, 4. Five. Okay. So, Kylie says she just finished her meeting. How did it go? Okay. 1 for Sebastian and 2 for Isabella.
I can make it for you.
Ah, hugs in the chat. All right. 'Kay. No more weapons. Okay. Fenris needs 1 armor rune. Varric. Isabella.
I can make it for you.
Fenris. Isabella. And Varric. Yeah, because they both need those desperately. Alright, okay, this is one pretty good. We got through a lot of planning for our International Food Week event and our next general body meeting, which lands on Diwali. So we're going to do something with that. Also, I'm ready for music reading lessons. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to give music reading lessons virtually, especially not while playing Dragon Age. However, what I can do, and what I will do, is explain briefly why I think it is such a good thing. Hold on. I'm going to write something down so I remember to put it in the description afterwards. So earlier today, Kylie and I were chatting about music. And in particular, why it is that Kylie, a professional singer, can't read music. That struck me as very strange. Makes perfect sense why that most people can't read music, but if you sing, either professionally or close enough to professionally, I would think you'd be able to read music. Oh God. As I learned about Diwali from The Office. I must admit, same. All right, so who are we? Actually, wait, no, let's. Okay, just walk up, Meccan. No, because the DLC start is up here. Up here. There we go. So we'll take. We're gonna take Varric, because he's a rogue, and it'll be relevant in the next game that he came with us. So that'll be important. The other thing that now our other party member, because we're gonna get Carver, who is a warrior. He's gonna be our warrior for this quest. He's Grey Warden, which is nice. It's a pretty good subclass and all that. Question is, should we take Meryl, our waifu, or should we take Anders, the actual Grey Warden, to deal with the Darkspawn? I kind of think we should realistically take Anders, the actual Grey Warden, to deal with the Darkspawn, which is kind of their thing. But at the same time, I don't like him. And I like Meryl. So, discuss. Meanwhile, I will bring up that... we're talking about music, and I was surprised that Kylie said she couldn't read music. And I was suggesting that if possible, we should take a music theory class, because I think music theory is really, really useful. And I mentioned offhandedly as I was leaving that music theory will make you a better person. Learning music theory makes you a better person, not just learning about music. And I stand by that. I really think that's the case. And this goes back to Plato. So Plato had a threefold elementary education system, for lack of a better term, to put it in sort of modern terms. Also, I have eggnog tonight, which I'm enjoying a lot. Eggnog. So it began with, your education begins, this is particularly for the Guardians, so for up-and-coming philosophers and rulers, good people, really. Your education will begin with stories, with hearing stories. Stories about heroes, stories about gods, stories about history, real and imagined. All of the above. And these are basically understood as fables, things that teach you things through storytelling. So that's the first stage. And then we move on to physical training, physical education, sports, gymnastics, combat training, all of that. So you learn to train and control your body. And then more so, train and control your body in union with and in unison with others, the group. This is why team sports become important, and then competitive sports become important. Acting and interacting together with others. That's the next stage. Oh, okay, this is, we're thinking about doing painting and fairy lights since Diwali's Festival of Lights. Cool. I'm wondering about, like, I doubt the university will let you do it, but things like floating lanterns, that'd be kind of cool. Because I always love those things. Or even if you can't do floating lanterns, even like candle lanterns, like around the courtyard kind of thing would be very nice. Again, if they let you get away with that. The other thing, though, so the third stage of elementary education for Plato is music and music theory. Both playing and understanding music. This is for a couple of reasons. One, again, harmony, working together. You can't play music by yourself. Can, but it's not full, it's not complete. You need harmony with others. If you have harmony with others, part of the process of learning to play is learning to play together. I can attest to this. Please, someone tell me also if I should bring Anders or Meryl. Anyway, but I started learning to play oboe when I was in middle school. And I was okay with it. I could actually get rhythms down. I could read music well. I could play rhythms and melodies and such. I got the technical aspects of it quite well. The trouble is, I could not play as part of an ensemble. I was terrible. I couldn't quite keep beat with everyone. It was hard. I could do it, but I wasn't very good at it. And worst of all, I could not stay in tune or stay in in volume, I guess you'd say, in balance with the rest of the band or with the rest of the orchestra. I was always, consistently, wildly too loud. I learned to do this better as I got to high school. I learned to balance. I learned to play as part of a group, as part of an ensemble. And it made me better. It increased my discipline. It increased my ability to work with other people. It increased my ability to care about other people. In middle school, I was kind of a sociopath. I was a little bit antisocial, a little bit cruel as a kid. I grew the heck out of that as I learned music properly. I think that is a significant development. It is a very important development. Anders, why? I'm leaning towards Meryl. Convince me, though. But part of this is music theory as well, because Michael's back. I don't know if you hear that. Because music theory is about harmony. It is about how music, or how the beauty of music is presented, or how the beauty of music comes through, and how things work together, how things build on one another. And this is a sort of reflection, or an echo, if you will, of what we have in our own souls. The parts of our soul should be harmonious with one another. And if they aren't, if they're not playing in tune, if they're not playing together, if they're not at the right balance, then we're going to tear ourselves apart. So understanding this in terms of music, and understanding what makes good music good, bad music bad, and anything in between, and what makes how to make music work with itself, and work together, and produce beauty, also will allow us to produce the good, the noble, the beautiful, and the true within ourselves. And this is Plato's idea. This is one of Plato's key insights, I think. And this is why Plato took beauty to be one of the transcendentals, something that Aquinas even disagreed with him on. I take Plato's side. I think that is... Yeah, it does seem practical to take Anders. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't actually know if there's any specific, extra dialogue with Meryl, or with love interest in general. I don't know. It wouldn't hurt to have an extra healer as well. So that might be a good point. That might actually be useful. Yeah. Practically speaking, we probably should take Anders. Wait, I take 3 people? Fine. Take them both. At least until we meet up with Carver. Oh, wait. We can pick Carver. I thought we had to pick Carver. Alright, whatever. We're picking Carver. So we gotta bring Carver. Oh, I thought there was going to be narration for this. There's not. Anyway. Yeah, I like this DLC.
I have a report you might find interesting. It tells of a chasm in the Vinmark Mountains, and a secret that was said to be buried within. Yet when the Chantry went to investigate, they were turned away by the Grey Wardens.
And why would I find that interesting?
Because the Champion was there. I can't help but notice you failed to mention this adventure.
Oh, that? I didn't think you'd be interested. Just some business with Hawke's family. A few carded dwarves who went too far. You're not going to believe me.
I'll take my chances.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
This is literally the most important part of the story, so...
There it is.
It doesn't look all that dwarven.
These are carded dwarves, so they're more criminals and smugglers than anything else. They're not usually stupid, though. I don't know why they'd attack you.
They gave it their best shot. I can't believe they snuck into the Warden Keep at Ansburg.
Don't feel left out. They've been trying to kill me for several days now.
You have a plan, then? I found their hideout, but my sources couldn't tell me anything else. It's all very strange.
Why do you say that? It's just the Carter, isn't it?
As far as my contacts in the Carter know, they shouldn't be here. There shouldn't even be a here. This place is invisible. A big blind spot on the map. Bianca's never been this suspicious, and she's twitchy to start with.
Does it matter?
Oh, the
We just
girl
need them to
Bianca,
stop
not the
trying to
crossbow.
kill us.
A fine point. So, what's the plan?
Oh, I'm sure this is all a misunderstanding. Later we'll all have tea and we'll laugh.
Oh, your name is Hawke. I thought it was Locke.
Yes, we were looking for some other combination of general and ringmaster. The wardens know I couldn't let you do this alone. Not after an attack on both of us.
Let's go.
Nice. Oh, gosh. All right.
Someone doesn't like intruders.
They're from the Merchants Guild. The Carter doesn't kill guild members.
Yeah, they do.
Really strange.
Seems like they do. Oh, hey, I need to level everyone up. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. That'll work. That's pretty good. Need him a little tanky. Is he a Templar? What the heck? He's not supposed to be a Templar. That's weird. Okay, that's some kind of glitch. Damn. I wanted him to be I definitely wanted him to have the Grey Warden specialization, not Templar. But oh well. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Kevin says, I've known 2 Biancas in my life, and they were both babes. You are rather dwarven, so I suppose that makes sense. Okay. It'll work. Okay, let's go. Yeah, Carver is very obviously a Grey Warden. He definitely has the armor and everything. It's just isn't dressed like one, or he doesn't have the skills of one, which is weird. Crap. Well, I'm sure I'll pick up stuff for him. Oh well.
It's the Hawk!
Kylie says, I know of a Bianca Del Rio, but she's a drag queen.
It's the Carter.
I mean, that's not quite the
They've
same
seen
as a
us.
babe, so... Not quite. Oh, hey. Yeah. No. No.
Do you think they were expecting us?
Is this someone you know personally, or is this just a public figure type of person? Pretty sure they saw us.
The time has come! Glory!
Listen.
is the terminology in terms of pronouns, gender pronouns for drag queens? Is it she because the character is female, or since I actually don't know.
Both brothers, you're here together. You've come.
Is he referring to you and me?
Yeah.
Everyone, it's the children of Malcolm Hawke. They've come to us.
Oh. Okay.
What
Troublesome.
does my father have to do with this?
It began with him and ends with you. Blood for blood, that's what we were told.
Did father cross the Carter somehow?
What's
You've
the
come
deal
to
with
us
him,
now,
with
and
Carver?
that's the only thing that matters.
What's the deal with Carver and having his hips thrust forward? Anyone else notice that? It looks weird. He's in a weird stance.
You come after my family. You pay the price.
We must have the blood. You don't understand.
Oh, blood. Why didn't you just ask?
We will take it. Corypheus will walk in the sun once more.
Oh, okay. So from RuPaul's Drag Race. That makes sense. Makes sense. Corypheus, huh? Oh, crap. Forgot dwarves are resilient or resistant to magic. Whee! Love that. Pronouns depend on the individual and how they identify, because some are actually transgender and work as drag. How can you still be a drag queen if you identify as a woman? I thought the whole drag queen thing was a man who dresses femininely and does overtly feminine clothing. I thought that was the thing, not I don't know. It's I think innately confusing is a fair description, I think. I mean, let's be straightforward. It's to use the very technical term queer in meaning strange, weird, inversion of norms. That's the whole thing. It's about inversion and subversion of norms, of traditional norms. So, it makes sense that it's odd and to some degree difficult to understand. Oh, hi. I don't want you here. Whoosh. I'm going way too much aggro here. This is ridiculous.
Did you hear that? They're after us. For our blood. But why?
That's unpleasant. Didn't you hear? It's because of dear old dad.
A lot. Deranged dwarves. We can check that off the list.
The Carter doesn't normally act like this. They're businessmen.
I'd like to know who this Corypheus is. With a name like
Oh, we'll find out.
that, he's bound to go
Umgathorn is
at
dwarven
some
for
point. I just know it.
sacrifice.
And
That's
really?
not a
More
reassuring
blood?
name.
What? We never go any place nice, do we?
Alright, let's see. There's a lever over here. A trap. Oh. Totally could have used that. Oh well. Not gonna. No, I don't need to. Anyway. Yeah, it's performance art, but Kylie says that it could be a job for trans and cis women as long as well as traditional men in drag. Really? I have never heard of drag cis women. That seems almost appropriative in a weird way.
All set.
And again, I can see it. I can see it kind of leading into or transitioning into, if you'll pardon the pun, transgenderism. Because again, it's
in the middle of nowhere.
Queer art form. Again, in the same sense that I was just saying, right? That it is about the inversion of norms. That includes inversion of gender norms. And so that can. Oh, wonderful! That was nice. That was great. My barrack. Okay. Okay, that did it. What's wrong with my hit points? I mean, Erica, you can. I've always also thought that even parts of the and talking about respecting the art form and that sort of thing as well. I've always sort of thought, or at least suspected, that there was something almost inherently appropriative, or almost even almost parodying about drag, about the performance, the art of drag. Is that it's almost it almost treats itself as a kind of parody of womanhood. Which, I mean, I'm no enemy of parody in general. But it's odd to me that is not. It's odd to me that it doesn't, culturally speaking, want to present itself that way, you know? Let's go. Well, more magic. We need more magic. No. Oh, that's nice. I want more elemental, but it's not that much bigger of an area. Okay, so yeah, there is an element of so I guess there is an element of sort of parody, right, to it, because it's a larger than life kind of thing based on femininity. So yeah, that makes sense. All right, let me see. Unity. Group heal now rewards significantly more health. I might need to go with that. Increase health regen. Well, no, I think I need that, yeah. There we go. At it also explores different views of femininity and empowerment. I can see the former. I will say, I've never fully understood the concept of empowerment in the sense of like performance granting empowerment, or empowerment through like vicarious empowerment, that sort of thing. I've never quite understood that. I can grasp something like a power fantasy, that sort of thing. But that seems more like an idealization of the self, more than something performative like that. Did he just open the... Wait a minute, hold on. Is he opening the door? Did he find the doorknob? Oh, okay. It sounded like he almost found the doorknob. I'm not going to open that yet. I need to explore some more. Also, I forgot that we're not immediately encountering Darkspawn down here, so...
While we're stuck down here, Meredith could be burning down the circle.
Wine. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty dwarven. Oh, but there's magic, too. Interesting. Those are Griffin statues, so Grey Warden iconography plus Dwarven iconography. Something Darkspawny and something magically. Interesting. Ooh, that's pretty good. But strength and magic. Who the heck needs strength and magic? I mean, actually, Carver could use strength and magic. That's true. But boopity-boopity-boopity-boo. Ring of the Unheeded Wisdom. Yeah, I don't need that. That's better. Ornate built. Yeah, now let's keep what we got. Oh no, Michael, that was his last chance. Michael is in the cave and needs to go to sleep. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hey, everybody, get in the circle. Get in the playpen. Oh, God. Kevin says it's Prison Mike. Yes, it's literally Prison Mike. Baby Prison Mike.
I'm surprised you agreed to come, Varric. You hate...
Here, let me level him up real quick first. Hold on. We're good on that. There.
being underground, and you avoid the Carter the same way you do the Merchant Guild.
There's no way I'd miss watching you make these motherless nug-lickers cry.
Oh, I can just go through? That's weird. This is all this anyway. Oh, God. What? Hold on a second. What is this? Everybody, get in there. Everybody, slow down. Everybody, rain fire. Hey.
We won?
Could have probably just used that trap to kill all of them at once, but I didn't. Anyway, back a bit. Kelly says, drag for people that perform as drag queens allows the queen to fully be themselves in an art form that allows for full expression and no boundaries in what's conventionally beautiful or acceptable. Okay. So it's let me make, well, so it's about the ability to, so it's about power in the sense, or empowerment, or power in general, in the sense of being unconstrained. That's fine. There you go.
I am not cleaning this up.
Kevin says I made that look sexy. Which thing did I make look sexy? I'm not sure. The splattering of the dwarves, or he needs Constitution at this point. So it's greater haste. Haste is nice. But yes, Michael tried to get in.
Piece of cake.
I mean, he didn't actually try and open the door. I don't think he knows quite how to do that just yet. He will soon, though. He will certainly learn soon. At least he'll learn to try. Learn to figure out doorknobs. Oh, I made what look easy? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So, the thing Varric said. Listen. I don't know. I took it as a compliment, that's all. So, see, there's that. Okay, so Kylie says, yeah, pretty much. Full expression of fully authentically being oneself. That's the part that I would challenge, or have to challenge, is that being authentically oneself necessarily means... Yeah, he said easy. I know, I misread. That was my bad. I just took it as a compliment, that's all. That was almost real bad. But anyway, my issue with the idea of authenticity in this context. Easy ain't sexy and sexy ain't easy. I agree. Oh, here we go. We've learned Carver Hawke is with Grey Wardens. Search all the free marches if you must, but find him. Kill whoever gets in your way, but make sure the boy isn't harmed. Blood of Malcolm Hawke must remain pure. The Great One demands this of you in the name of Master Corypheus. Make you see sunlight again.
They want our blood. Guess they didn't get the news about mine going bad. What's it to do with father?
Oh, jeez.
Carter should want gold, not blood. This is something different.
I'm guessing Corypheus is some kind of demon?
I guess we only get that answer from Corypheus.
That seems reasonable.
When
Demon's a
you
good
tell
guess.
people about our escape from Lothering, why do you make it sound like I had all over my face?
You're larger than life, Hawke. I had to give you a few flaws just to make you approachable.
Did you just call me fat?
Yes, that's pretty much how I tell it.
Oh my
Hawke
God.
rolled into the fray like a gigantic pudding covered in gravy. It's more dramatic that way.
Does it have to be gravy? Couldn't it be chocolate instead?
Everyone's a critic.
What is happening? Okay, so I figured you meant for Halloween. So Kelly says, also my friends and I want to go for Halloween as Gravity Falls character, and she's going to be Mabel. I can see that. Simple enough costume, I would think. Any hair dye or wig or styling or. And especially as group costumes, that sort of thing works really well. Whee! Boom. Wow.
Let's finish this!
Okay, we have to go the long way around, don't we? Crap. They got Varric. Praise Corypheus. Like many of you, I was once a thieving wretch. Yada yada yada. Cult stuff. Cult stuff. Kylie says I have a pink tie-dye sweater, and black leggings, white and gold tennis shoes, and I have a headband. Yeah, that's good enough. And again, especially, I will say, the neat thing about group costumes is the more people you have in the group and the more iconic the group costumes, the less effort you have to put in to make it totally work. Like, you could pretty easily go as the Scooby Gang, like the Scooby-Doo gang. If you just brought a dog with you. And I think that would be it. That would do the job. You brought a dog with you. You had the right number of people. Preferably, 2 boys, 2 girls, and I guess you can color coordinate or something. But if you just had a dog with you and you're in a group of 4, especially if it's Great Dane, you could probably just say you're the Scooby-Doo gang.
Piece of cake.
That's a lot of money. Oh my gosh. That's also a lot of potions. Lordy. Wonder if I can blast him off the edge. Whee! Nope. Okay. Worth a try. And Pharrell done. It's so dramatic. There we go. Couldn't move for a second. That was weird. Anyway, that's it. Kevin says, I'm excited about my costume this year. I'm going as Walter White, and I think I look kind of badass in the outfit. Kelly says, my friend's Dipper costume looks pretty on point. Kevin says, I'm going to try and get rock candy for meth. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not in Florida. They don't sell meth at Walmart. Man, that's unfortunate, but gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I'm kidding, by the way. They do not sell meth in Florida. Anywhere. Other than, you know, like, I guess, like, meth dealers or whatever, but, you know, stores don't.
The Hawke's blood.
Just
the master will rise.
It was a joke.
He will be free.
Garav?
Varric? No one told me you would be part of this. We were just going after the Hawke.
Why has the Carter been attacking me?
I can't say. The master must be free.
Really, Garav? I thought better of you than this. I mean, gutting the occasional competitor for fun and profit, that's the game. But what are you all even doing here? Worshipping demons?
We drink the Darkspawn blood. He calls us.
You shouldn't do that.
Why would you do that? Won't you just die?
It's the only way to hear the music.
Oh, come on, you nug licker. Snap out of it. There's no gold in hallucinating.
An acquaintance of yours, Varric?
Hawke, this is Garav. He's a greedy, brilliant bastard son of a nug from the Carter. Garav, this is Hawke. The one whose blood you want to drink or bathe in or whatever. But if you're after eternal youth, I've got to tell you, he's no virgin.
Heyo.
The master is calling. He needs the blood.
It's true.
Garav, buddy, this isn't like you. Look, I've still got Bianca. Never misfired a day in her life. You don't want her to see her papa like this, do you?
It says, I mean, I could probably get the real stuff, but my sister won't let my nieces have any, lol. That's probably good. That's probably good. Don't do meth, kids. I shouldn't have to say that.
Varric, you want to spare this bastard?
Not if he's after you, Hawke. Bianca, I think it's time to say goodbye.
Reinforcements, you bastard!
Apparently not. Right.
You poor, stupid bastard. I used to do business with the Carter. Back in the day. Garav was a nutcase then too, but in a good way. He was trying to design a new type of repeating crossbow. Bianca was the only one that ever worked. I can't believe he ended up like that.
So, that's who designed Bianca. Well, not a very nice end for a fellow like that, but that's what you do. This is what happens when you start cavorting with demons? Darkspawn? Carififish, whatever. How about everybody slow down? And then I just, like, rain death on everything. Damn it. Oh, there's a mage. Okay. Yo. Oof. Right. Yeah, no, it's fine. All right. Well. Oh, I can return to Kirkwall. Is that because I'm going to run out of room in my inventory? Because it looks like it. You know what? I'm going to actually do that real quick. I'm going to save here. And make sure that if I resume... Yeah, I'll just be able to resume. Okay, cool. I'll sell off all my crap that I've been picking up. I'll go do that real quick. Actually, wait. Let me make sure none of this is stuff worth keeping. Willpower and fire damage. That's nice, but no. Unheated wisdom. Grand circle. Ooh. That's nice for Varric. I'm going to hang on to that. Everything else, I will just get rid of. I can sell. Another one. I want spirit damage. I want fire damage. Alright, so yeah. I'm gonna put away a couple of things and then I'll head on back. Alright. None of that. 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 Okay. I'm just gonna go out solo. Yeah, I don't need friends. It's during the day, it's fine. Going out for a stroll. Anyway, like I said, Corypheus becomes important. This whole thing becomes relatively important in the third game. If you don't know that, then, well, we'll see. Okay. Still drunk. Sell those, honestly. Limb taker. Alright, no. We're good.
Two young upstart nobles back at the Rose.
Drunk?
Alright, that'll do. Let's head back to the house. Let's head back to the spooky place with all of the weird cult dwarves. Dwarf cult? Cult dwarves. Dwarf cult. Which sound, I don't know which sounds better. Whichever.
Good to see you again, sir.
Alright, let's go. Roo-doo-doo-doo. Here we go. Let's continue. Oh, I can switch party. I'm not gonna. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I am. I'm gonna switch out Anders for Meryl. I just like Meryl better. I'm sorry. She's just better. Anders didn't actually have much input here, and I just don't like him. I'm sorry. I don't like him. I want Meryl. Sorry, Kevin, but no. I like Meryl better. Okay. Magic. Willpower. I could give her blood. Actually, you know what? We are going to be facing Darkspawn. Blood magic is good against Darkspawn. That's what I remember. Okay.
Hawke, they told me you were going to be trouble. And look, you
They're
brought
ghouls.
the whole
That's the
family.
eyes.
How generous.
I swore to Corypheus we'd bring him Malcolm Hawke's blood, one way or the other.
What does this have to do with my father?
The Master wants you. I don't ask why.
That's useless. Okay.
So it's Corypheus who's after me.
Dwarf cult sounds
What
better.
Corypheus wants, Corypheus gets. From us, or from someone.
I don't like cult of dwarves. This dwarf cult makes it sound like they're worshipping dwarves, or they're worshipping something dwarvish. And Corypheus does not sound dwarvish so far. It sounds darkspawny or demony. And we'll see what. It doesn't sound dwarfy. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, does that really imply dwarf cult? Does that really imply that there's something dwarfish about their cultism? I don't know. Tough call.
Corypheus wants some blood. Sure, let me just open a vein. How about a kidney, too?
Corypheus, we have done as you command. Your sacrifice is here. You will see the surface once more.
Right. Stupid boss fight time. I mean, mini boss, I guess. I have to say, like, some of the bosses in this DLC are ridiculous. Ah, Jesus. There. Wanka. Wanka. Really? Alright, there we go.
What the?
Is that gonna explode? No. Oh, it's a staff.
I can feel it inside me.
The enchantment needed to do that. What did Father know?
You know he was a mage, right?
This is going to take me to Corypheus.
I mean, you know he's a mage. I mean, you know he's a pretty powerful mage. The Hawke's key. Electricity damage. Damn it, I don't want electricity damage. I want fire damage. Stupid. Alright, whatever. I think I could switch it later, if I remember right. I think you can switch the damage type on it, which I really hope so, because I don't want electricity damage. Because I have an ability that increases my fire damage. It might also increase ice damage or frost damage, I forget. Not sure. But it definitely... Ooh, whoops. I almost chopped everyone in half. Would've been so good. From there. Okay. Down, down, down we go.
Those sons of bitches. The whole blasted thing's sealed over.
I guess we should have seen that coming.
By the way...
Will you look at that thing? What do you suppose is in there?
I may wind up taking some inspiration from this for D&D. I don't know which game. With one Kylie's in and Eric is in. Or the other one that Eric is in. That's fun, huh?
And they wonder
Grey
why
Warden.
I prefer the surface.
His hair falling out. Right, a diseased Grey Warden.
Another mess.
Ugh.
Is it terrible that I'm glad Mother is...
Oh, storage. Okay.
isn't around to suffer this.
We do attract a peculiar kind of fortune.
I died my way to the Wardens, and you punched your way to Champion. We are esteemed.
Go with your strengths, I guess.
Ah! Oh, that was rude. Kinda says, hey, a certain dragon lady would say electricity damage can be useful. Not saying it can't be useful, it's just I'm spec'd in particular to make... Oh. Okay, well that's a problem. I am in particular spec'd out to make good use of fire damage. More than anything else. So yeah. Woo! That didn't work. Ooh, zappy zappy. Get out of here! Oh, that didn't work at all. That didn't work even slightly. Thanks, Carver. I do like the zappy zappies. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Be bound here for eternity. Hunger stilled, rage smothered, desire dampened, pride crushed. In the name of the Maker, so let it be.
Dad? I assume that was Papa Hawke. Or at least the voice of Papa Hawke. Alright, let's see what we can and should do about this. Should we do that? Oh, okay. Oh, there's more shades.
do nothing about the Warden's use of demons in this horrid place. But I will have no one say any magic of mine ever released one into the world.
Who was that? I feel like I know that voice.
It sounded like Father, but how?
Yeah, I am planning on taking some inspiration from this for a quest at some point. Probably relatively high level, so it'll be a while.
I am so sorry about the wardrobe. Was it very badly smashed?
What?
I had to put it out of its misery. What happened?
I didn't expect it to fall over the railing like that. I thought it would be more stable.
Fell over the railing? What?
I mean, it held up just fine for me. Poor Sandal. It took hours for Bordan to coax him down from the chandelier.
On second thought, I don't want to know.
Meryl. 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 You getting that poor boy into trouble. Oh my gosh. Okay. All we hear is that this is one of the great Grey Warden secrets. It must be protected at all costs. As usual, we're most concerned with deceiving our own people. Why hide that the deep roads were shaped not only by dwarves, but also by us? Really? Found records dating back to 1004 TE, to Winter Era. It's a weird dating system. The wake of the First Blight. Early Wardens discovered that some Darkspawn could think and speak and commanded portions of the Horde, even after the Archdemon's death. A few could wield magic with the skill of a Tevinter Magister, and the Wardens greatly feared them. It was here, in the Vinmark Mountains, that Wardens Sashamiri set her trap to capture and study the greatest of these creatures, the one whom they called Corypheus. Janika's research notes. So Corypheus is a Darkspawn. Powerful, magical
I have to
Darkspawn.
say, this is a nice break from the Templars giving me the hairy eyeball all the time. Are you people ever planning to get a new Viscount, or is the Knight Commander just in charge now?
I would love to get a new Viscount, but Varric won't accept the title as of yet. We have to wait, I suppose. What in the heck? Hey, where these bastards come from? Stop it. Slowy woey. Go over here. That didn't work at all.
Let's finish this!
I think that's enough of that.
I do like the Genlock redesigns. Hilarious. The redesign for at least some of the Darkspawn. I like the Genlocks. They're being very gorilla-like. You know? These are the made from dwarves Darkspawn. The other ones, the taller ones, are the made from human ones. Shrieks, the stealthy cat-like things, those are elf ones. And I believe ogres are Kunari. They made from a broodmother of that race. Because remember their horrifying reproduction cycle.
Did they find it? The dwarves. I heard them. Looking. Digging. How do you bring the key here?
You mean this? How is this a key?
Magic. Old magic it is. Magic from the blood. It made the seals. It can destroy them.
Oh, great. I always love blood magic. Meryl, any expertise?
I came in here to find Corypheus. Do you know where or what he is?
Do not say his name. He will hear you. Do not wake him. Not when you hold the key.
See, I don't know if that's just paranoia or a genuine concern, so it's best not to test it.
Let me guess. You want to drink my blood too?
Blood? The blood of the Hawke? Are you the Hawke? Yes, I smell magic on you. But you hold the key to his death.
Yes, I can show you out, yes.
Who are you? What's wrong with you?
You ask me that? I'm the one who belongs here, not you. You are no dark spawn.
That armor, it's Warden issue. No one has that.
You hear it, no? Hear it calling? I smell it in you. I know the way out. Follow me. Down and in, down and in.
See, this is apparently what happens to Grey Wardens when they live long enough. They hear the calling, and they gradually become ghouls, as they are called into the deep roads to fight the Darkspawn until they're killed.
Perfect. What do I need to do?
The seals hold us in. Anything comes in. Nothing ever leaves. Not without the key. You must use it, yes. On the seals. Every seal. You touch the key to it. Only then they open. Only for the Hawke. Not back. Not up. Only way out is down and through the heart. Down. Down in the depths.
Careful. Things down here, they can get complicated.
No shit.
Why do you suppose the Carter want to live in a big hole in the ground?
Oh, it's an up-and-coming neighborhood. In a few years, all the fashionable families will be down here.
I don't think they'd make good neighbors, what with being crazy. The Carter, I mean, not the... I'll stop talking now.
Oh, it's fine. I'm enjoying this. That was a brilliant insight, Meryl. Oh, gosh. All right, let's see. That's a demon? A rage demon? Is that a pride demon? I don't know. Looks like maybe a pride demon, but it looks red. I don't like it. Yep. Oh, what the heck is that? That's a red pride demon. It's a lava pride lava. Don't like it. Stop. Zippity zappity. Whoa, it's gone. Oh, it's back. Okay. Whoop. Guys, get the heck out. Get the heck out of there.
I'll deal with this.
That's not a good shape. See, that seems like a really bad thing, right? Doesn't it? Almost got it. There we go. Okay. Sweet.
Let me guess. The first seal.
2,000 years the magic holds. Never broken. Give it the key.
2,000
Let
years.
it take the magic back to itself. Absorb it. All who came before.
Alright, so hold on. Character. Let me actually see this. That increases fire damage. That increases fire and cold damage. Which I will do that eventually. Soon. I want both of these, especially that one. That too. That might be better than that. Yeah, anyway, I'll do that soon. Probably before these. Honestly, before that. Anyway, so, yeah, fire damage. Gotta be fire damage. Let's make this thing into fire. Yeah. Oh, key.
The blood works. It is good.
All this talk about my blood is a little creepy.
That isn't a
Are you at least
red
planning to
lyrium
tell me
crystal,
your
is it?
Name. So long since I've said my name. Larius. I was Larius.
Oh, Larius. That was hilarious.
A title too. Commander. Commander of the Grey.
Oh, wow.
And you're like me, but so far gone. You've had your calling.
Oh, here we go.
Yes,
Exposition time.
the calling. The songs get louder. Only death stops them. I am dead. But I never died.
How does a warden end up like this? I thought you were immune to the taint.
It's more complicated than that, unfortunately. Eventually...
The calling. It comes to us all. The voice we can't resist. Our death.
I've opened the seal. Will the prison release me?
There are more. Follow them in. All the way to the heart. Many locks. Only one key. Corypheus calls. In the darkness. What waits there?
I like it. Okay, so that still does electricity damage? What is this? What? Still does electricity damage. That annoys me. Only thing I have that does electricity damage. Darn it. I can't change it so that it does fire damage, can I? I mean, maybe I can. Maybe I can later. I don't know. We'll see. 2. Bones. Anyway, speaking of big spoopy things underground. Hi, Genlock. I've now watched a good deal of streams of House of Ashes, the new Dark Pictures Anthology game. So the slow you down, burn you up. Oh, that's not good. So the sequel to, or I guess not sequel, the next one of Man of Medan and Little Hope. It was the basically the same people who made Until Dawn made a couple more smaller games, which so far have been worse, significantly worse than Until Dawn. Man of Medan was okay, but the twist was kind of predictable and kind of a little bit of a cop out. It was pretty good. I liked the characters. I liked a lot of the interactions and stuff like that. It was nice. It was pretty good. Then Little Hope was good. It was great, but the ending destroyed it completely. So remember how I was whining about Far Cry 5 and the ending of Far Cry 5 making the
I've never seen it.
Just give me a
and
second.
everybody follows you, and you always seem to know where you're going.
I don't know where Eddie is.
What
Bother him
about
for
that
me.
time I led us in circles around the wounded coast for 3 hours?
Oh, I thought you were just admiring the view. Yeah, it was a lovely day at least.
No, we're just going for a walk. That's all, Meryl. A nice day. Yeah, someone bother Eddie. Bring him in here. But anyway, so remember I was talking about how Far Cry 5, the ending really...
Be bound here for eternity. Hunger stilled, rage smothered, desire dampened, pride crushed. In the name of the Maker, so let it be.
Right, but so you know how I was saying in Far Cry 5, how the ending really did so much damage to the world building and the stakes and all of that, that it made the game just significantly worse overall. Right, to the point where I I don't know. I might replay it, but I don't actually know. I honestly don't know if I'm going to. If I do, it will be after I can try desperately to forget that the ending happened. Because, oh my god, it was so detrimental to everything about the game. But anyway, we'll see. I might still at some point. It was still fun. Still a lot of fun. The Little Hope did something very similarly with its ending. It had an ending that just really, almost completely undermined the stakes of everything before it. It took everything that it had been building up, which it was doing a really good job of building stuff. It was really neat. The aesthetics of the game were really cool. It was nice and spooky. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the setting. Some of the characters were pretty good. Some of the characters were good. Some of them were. That was kind of hit or miss. But the interactions overall were pretty good. But then the ending really, really kind of ruined it. The point where it made it just kind of awful. Is it good for now?
You and Meryl, huh?
Meryl and I, yes.
Wonderful. Happy for you.
Are you really?
I missed something again, didn't I?
My brother doesn't like you for some reason. And I don't like him, so fair is fair. Where I think we're even. Anyway, swoosh. So what I was saying, Little Hope, the second one, was not as good. Just especially because the ending just tanked everything that came before it. That was not the case, thankfully, with this newest one, House of Ashes. It was just weird. It was just very strange. It wasn't bad. A lot of the actual plot, like what happened and the reveals, especially the reveals near the end, which I won't spoil. I recommend you either play it or watch it.
The circle, but I took a vow. My magic will serve that which is best in me, not that which is most base.
That which is best in me. Father used to say that, didn't he? To you and Bethany.
Mm-hmm.
She never felt like she could live up to him.
I hope they're together, wherever they are. Talking about magic, gossiping about us.
That's a nice thought. I like that. That's nice. But yeah, House of Ashes, unlike the two previous ones, especially unlike Little Hope, I think really stuck the landing with the ending. It was actually a good ending. It was kind of ridiculous. It was way crazy and over the top, but I thought it was actually genuinely really good. It was way crazy and over the top in, I think, a good way. Unlike a lot of the, unlike the previous one, especially unlike Little Hope. Oof, what was that? A rock? Don't throw a rock at me. Anyway. Yeah, it was good. I do recommend either watching it or playing it. And I say either, like one or the other. Ooh, Crown of Dumat. Writing in this ancient parchment is barely legible appears to be a concern, a rite of silence. In reverence, you will approach the altar. Know that you have come into the presence of Dumat. With head bowed, say, Blessed are you, Dumat, silent and strong, secret and wise. We bring you gifts, sacrifices to your greatness. No. Anyway, that's super pagan-y, doing that ancient to winter bullshit. Anyway.
I hope you told Bodan where you were going. If we never come back, maybe someone will send a search party after their champion.
Kinda hope not, because then they'll be trapped too. Anyway. Yeah, House of Ashes was really good, and I say you should either watch it or play it, because it's one of those, like, interactive movie type of games where watching it and playing it will give you roughly the same experience. The only difference being that it has multiple different endings, and so depending on how you play, or how someone you're watching plays, you'll get a slightly different story, especially a slightly different ending. So if you want to experience the whole thing, it does have some replayability or rewatchability, I guess I would say. But yeah, it was good. It was the best of the three. It didn't stand up to Until Dawn. Which actually, Kylie, I mentioned Until Dawn
Here for eternity, hunger stilled, rage smothered, desire dampened, pride crushed. In the name of the Maker, so let it be.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember now. So Kylie, yeah, when we were talking today about Rami Malek. He plays the creepy dude in Until Dawn, and it's one of those. All the animation and such is completely mocapped. It's animated pretty well. The whole thing's motion capture, so it basically just looks like Rami Malek acting, but slightly unrealistic texturing. That's all. Rami Malek and everybody else. He's not the only one. Ooh. Oh gosh, excuse me. A lot of armor, but not overall very good. Oakley dokley. What's going on here? Be gone, thought demon. Yeah, I would recommend either watching or playing.
I've bought our freedom, Leandra. We can go home now. Us and the baby. We'll be together. I hope it takes after you, love. I would wish this magic on no one. May they never learn what I've done here.
Father didn't want a child with magic. He got that one wrong twice over.
Oh my
I guess the Warden's looking pretty good right about now.
And with that, the goodwill of our reunion vanishes.
Look, I didn't mean... No, you're right. I'll just stop talking.
Praise be.
Stop that. I agreed.
Good.
You don't always need the last word.
Good.
Can we just... I want to get this over with.
God damn it, Hawke. I'm being a dick. Or no, keep being a dick. That's funny. Oh god, that was great.
Am I in your stories, Varric?
Daisy, everyone is fair game for my stories.
I never hear any stories with me in them. What sorts of things do I do?
Well, you get lost a lot. You wind up in the middle of a dog racing track in Darktown, or in the Viscount's bathing room.
So they're true stories.
Oh my god.
Daisy, I could never make that stuff up. Nobody would believe it.
Oh, Meryl. Oh, Meryl. Oh, hi. Hello.
Line them up for me. I'll take them down.
Fine. Just...
It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything.
Jesus. Okay, this is becoming an issue. Where's their mage?
Get back! That's enough! I'll deal with this!
Woo! Okay, that was quite a fight. Alright. I don't exactly know how far we're going to get tonight. Where am I supposed to be going? I can go the other way. Wait. It's not the way we came. Dumont Sacrificial Dagger. Okay, same thing. This is for that be a weird pagan Vinter quest. Alright. Okay. Oh, is this the puzzle room? Or is this another combat? Ah! 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 Oh! Hello. Slow. Ogre and an alpha. Alright. That's rough.
Varric, I've heard stories of a personal nature being spread around town.
You're the champion of Kirkwall. People pay attention to everything you do. And everyone. I haven't breathed a word to anyone about you and Daisy. Maybe you'd better have a talk with, Uncle Greasy?
Gamlen.
Damn it, Gamlen. Hey. Hey, have you heard about my nephew banging that elf chick? Yeah, no, I buy that 100% coming from Gamlin. Creepy bastard. Slow it. Ah. Whoa, what? Oof.
I'll deal with this.
Oh, welcome back, Kylie. It's a mini-boss battle, I suppose. Another Pride Demon, I think. Ah, jeez. Okay. Armor penetration, mana stamina drain, health drain, attack speed. Gotta be attack speed. Heck yeah. The best way of increasing damage per second is to increase attacks per second. Honestly, it's the same core philosophy of Dungeons and Dragons too. Like D&D, it's all about action economy. So the more attacks you can pump out per round, the more damage you're going to do. Almost always.
He feels us walk where no step goes.
Why are you down here? How have you survived?
The calling, the music. It is our death.
The corruption. Once it gets that bad, the Darkspawn can't sense you anymore. The last advantage.
Yes, I lived. But I died. The corruption feeds me. So many years in darkness.
See, I had the impression that the calling was a relatively quick death. You go down, you fight Darkspawn until you just get killed. This seems really dark. Also, worth noting, the hero Ferelden, our player character from last time, Hawke's cousin, goes off to try to cure the calling, to stop the calling, so Grey Wardens don't suffer from this anymore. And that's why he's not around currently and not around in Inquisition. The last time he shows up was his witch hunt when he was looking for Morrigan. And even then, he was kind of... Dalen was just kind of off elsewhere. Not in the thick of things.
How could this Corypheus be sending people after me if he's asleep?
He can call, dream, but not know. When the seals are gone, he will wake. And he must die.
Okay.
Are you talking about Corypheus?
He calls, like an old god. He mimics their cry. He calls them to free him. The dark children and the light. Any with taint in their blood.
If Corypheus isn't an old god, what is he? Human? Demon? Darkspawn?
More than Darkspawn. More than human. He thinks. He talks. He pierces the veil.
You're talking about an awakened darkspawn. The Wardens have only encountered them once.
He wants what was once his.
When you run off, where do you go?
I know the darkness before the seals. Here, the voice is too strong. I cannot stay.
Okay, we'll see you, I suppose. See you at the next seal. Glad I'm getting these health potions. I feel like that's gonna wind up being important. Let's go. Let's go deeper and deeper into the earth.
Do your stories ever have griffins in them?
Kinda tricky because they're extinct. You can work a griffin attack into a tale, but it takes skill.
I was thinking more like heroic griffins. The sort that swoop in and save the day.
Daisy, haven't you heard? Swooping is bad.
Oh.
I could do heroic charging, though. You want me to call him, Feathers?
Yes, and make him extra fluffy.
Someone draw that. Please draw Fluffy the extra, or Fluffy the extra, or Feathers the extra fluffy griffin. There we go. Please and thank you. Deep Stalkers, yay! Oh God. So breaking many of them is ridiculous. Okay, that's it, right? Yeah. Come on. Can I loot? Oh, you're... Okay, weird. Anyway. So we're down here in the extra spooky place. Everything's green, which is the spooky color. Green is the spooky color, in case you didn't know. First Legionnaires Journal. It's ironic hearing that of Tethras Garen's crime first gave me the courage to confess my own and join the Legion of the Dead. Knowing that Paragon's son could give in to the same base passions as a mere merchant, commit a murder even fouler than mine. Yet he was sentenced to die in the deep roads for murdering his sister, not even offered the chance of the Legion. Oh, I'm grateful every day for what the Legion gave me, a family, a purpose. My name is clear. So when the Paragon learned that the Cardo were responsible for the murder, not his son, I was the first to volunteer to retrieve the prince. It's not right that he should be the only one who doesn't know he's been exonerated. From the Journal of Maliv Haran, Legion of the Dead. Tethras? Tethras Garen? Is that, like, related to Varric Tethras?
The Legion of the Dead. Sent after Paragon Garen's heir. Why does that sound familiar?
Because you...
I think Garen was sometime in the early Exalted Age. Hundreds of years ago.
Do you think they found him?
Who knows?
I mean, you share a name. That has to be meaningful in some sense. You may have just been named after him if he was that important. Son of a Paragon. Alright, let's see what's around here now. Bones. Bones. But Garen refuses to give up. We're the 8th Legion. unit he sent after Tethras in the past 5 years. None dare tell him that after so long alone on the deep roads, Tethras is certainly dead. If Paragon insists that he will see his heir restored to his rightful place, may the ancestors favor his cause. We followed the paths of the other legionnaires, and so far we seem to be on the right trail. We're in a section of the deep roads that appears to have been altered by human magic, so perhaps we'll find some new clue here. We're going in tomorrow. Ancestors will be with us. Journal from the journal of Carlos Aratak, Legion of the Dead.
That's where I know the name. Tethras Garen should have been the heir to the Garen clan. But he was accused of killing his sister and sent into the deep roads to die. When the real murderer was caught, they tried to find him. They never could. Instead, every Garen heir... That time on took the name Tethras. That stuff. Hey. How about some sympathy for the one who's closest to the ground?
Oh, what was that? Ow. All right. So, that kind of makes Varric, our Varric, something like a dwarven noble. We knew he was from a rich, well-to-do family.
What a dreadful place.
Didn't realize that meant
Paragraphs
nobility.
full of plant flowers. Brighten it up.
Oh, that's a weirdly decent idea. I hope I'm going the wrong way. Looks like it. This looks right. Dumont ritual scroll. Okay. Is this it? Is this the...
We should do something about those torches.
Oh, there's a... it's a frickin' puzzle. Huh. One, two, three. Okay. 1, 2, 3. One of these puzzles. Okay. Screw it. Okay. Okay. I don't need to talk to Sable. Okay, so it's this one and this one. Is it all? Or does it do that corner too? It does that one, that one, that one. Okay. So that one does. Those two. And that one. Okay. That one does over. Okay, what about this one? That one, that one. Does it do that one? Yeah, so that one, that one. That. Okay. Wait, reinterpret? Those two. That's what I thought. Okay, cool. So. I need to turn those two on. Boom. Now I need to get all three of these. So if I do that one. No, if I do those two. On and then off. Okay, I think I have an idea. Okay. And then that one. Don't need that one, this one. So I need those. That. Ah, crap. No, that wasn't right. Goofed it. Crap. Okay. And that one. And then that. Ooh, almost. Okay. One does. Oh crap! Wrong one. Wrong one. Okay. That one. We'll leave just this one. That one does these three, but does that one and that. I'm working on this, guys. I have a diagram. We have a diagram. Which one does this? Oh, okay. And that. That's what I thought. Okay, cool. If I like that one, it'll turn this one off. Okay, so that one will need to be back on. That means I can do this. It'll turn those two off. Those two. Okay, I think I got it. There. Okay, and then there. It should turn those two off. Wait, just that. And then that one. This. Not just those two. Okay, good night, Kylie. Thanks for coming by. See you next time. I'm gonna be working on this until we're done. By the look of things, I got this. Ooh, wait. Yes, I do. That's it. I got it. That was it. I got it. Move, Sable. Gloves of the Silent One. Nice. Nice. We did it. Yeah. Now that's an annoying puzzle. I'm gonna use that. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I'm gonna use that monstrosity at some point. Oh, man, that was a rough one. All right, I got it. I got it. All those, like, they're basically all just tile flip puzzles. It's just another tile flip puzzle. Remember the last tile flip puzzle? The really annoying one? Yeah, same thing. Same thing.
Blessed are you, Dumart. Silent and strong, secret and wise. Accept these offerings and share your strength.
Defile the altar. Yeah, it's an ancient Tevinter god. Yeah, definitely. Let's break the frick out of it. Yeah.
May the creators have mercy on you. I certainly will.
And everyone slow down.
Let's finish this.
Woo! Welcome back, Kevin. I had a feeling that may have happened. I had a bit of a feeling that there may have been some zonkage. Well, welcome back anyway. Hello, good morning. Howdy do. Guess I don't need that. We've defiled the altar of Dumont. We didn't get anything from that other than the very satisfactory feeling of defiling an evil pagan altar. Which, I mean, defiling evil Tevinter pagan god altars is really its own reward, isn't it? Don't you think, Evan? Come back at just the right time for us to... Spooters? Uh-oh. Interesting. Oh, Jesus. Suddenly, there's a lot more. That was a weird fight. Deepstalkers fighting spiders. Amen, Kevin. Amen. Dead dwarf. This place is cursed. For 10 years, Paragon Garen has been sending legionnaires to search out our lost heir. Now I know what's become of them. There's no way out. There's no normal part. There's no normal part of the deep roads. There's lyrium worked into the walls, into the stone itself, some kind of human magic. From the outside, it looks like just any other tunnel, but walk in and it's a prison. There's no way past the barriers, no way forward, no way back. But the trap remains open to every beast, darkspawn, and dwarf that wanders in. My brothers in the Legion have died, and I have done my best to lay their spirits to rest in the stone. I am the last. There will be no one to do the same for me. Or for Tethras, if he too was snared by this noose. For you, my prince, I wish you the stone's blessing. Trust in Shah. Totarnia Amgitol Tavash Aiduk. May someone recite the ritual words over your bones and return your spirit to the stone. Journal of Bashath Garen, Legion of the Dead.
Among the people we bury our dead, not burn them. This must be the dwarven way.
Why do you bury your people? That seems really dangerous in a world full of demons that will possess corpses. So this is actually...
Imagine Lothering looking like this.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, it's Tethras.
Atras Tunsha, Totania Amegtol Tavash Haiduk.
That was sweet, Hawke. Now let's get out of here before you see me cry.
Aww. What's Doom Ward? Lineage. Let's give him a big old hammer. Ooh, that's a nice hammer. Oof, that's a nice hammer. Nor armor. Jesus. Okay, that's pretty goddamn good. Alright. Dusty Traveler's Robe. Doodly-doo. Defense and magic resistance, huh? Alright. Anyway. What I was saying was, it actually makes a lot of sense that the standard practice for Andrastian burials is cremation, burning their dead. And that's primarily because there's a significant... This is not a good situation. That there's a significant problem of the dead rising, their corpses being possessed by demons and then rising as undead, as zombies, or skeletons or whatever. And so naturally, the way you get around that, the way you avoid that, is by burning their remains. And so that being ritualized actually makes a great deal of sense in the context. And I like that. I like that little bit of world building. Like if you lived in a world with undead problems, where graveyards would just kind of pop up someday. Once in a while, the graveyard just wakes up and tries to eat everyone. If that were a common occurrence, you bet your ass that cremation would be kind of standard practice. Nope, we're going the right way. Let's go the wrong way first. My bad. But yeah, I think that's a really cool, very practical bit of religious ritualism in Andrastianism, in the Chantry. Meow. I will also say, on another note, though, world-building wise, I'm not a big fan of the term Andrastian. That really only comes up by the time of Inquisition. It's not really used much in Origins or in 2. Usually they just refer to the chantry. It's like the differentiation between Catholicism and the church, where there really shouldn't be a differentiation. But to refer to Catholicism kind of refers to it as a religion, right? So one option among others kind of thing. And that's a very modernist, secularist, even Protestant way of looking at religion, or religions, plural. To the point where I'm almost of the understanding. I'm almost willing to say that that religion is another one of those terms that, if you give it the plural and say religions, or the indefinite article and say a religion, it's one of those few terms where that just indicates that you don't know properly what you're talking about, or that we're not talking about the same kind of thing when I say religion. Other key examples are God, right? So if you refer to gods or a god, referring to capital G God, trying to say that there's more than one of them, or saying that this is one of a type, you demonstrate you don't know what you're talking about. Same with logic. If you say a logic or logics, like I said, that just kind of demonstrates that you don't know what you mean. You don't know what you're talking about. Slow. Varric? Nope, not victory. Not victory. I think that's the real... Yeah. There's only one left. That's the real one. Yeah! Alright, that was cool. Okay, speed reduction, critical damage, stun chance, or critical chance. Let's go with stun chance. Yeah, I like stun chance. Yeah, I like stun chance. This is a good weapon that we're crafting here. Nice. Alright, we got time for a little bit more. Just a little bit more exploration. Now we have to go up the Endless Tower.
He feels the seals weaken. He knows you are close. You must be ready. What's that? Who? No! No! They're here!
Who is they? The Carter?
No, worse. More treacherous, more dangerous. The Wardens. They listen to Corypheus. They want to bring him the light. Stop them. You must stop them.
Why would Wardens want that? I assume this
Something's
is because
happening.
of the calling?
The prison's breaking down. But it stood up to tunneling before. What can... You have the key. And you've come through the seals. But how? Champion? Are you the one? The same Hawke, child of Malcolm? The Carters said they were close. You must be him. I am Janica. I lead this unit of Grey Wardens.
Senior Warden, why are you interested in my father?
Then you don't know. Without Malcolm, this prison would have fallen 30 years ago.
Tell me what my father did.
The Grey Wardens built this prison to contain one of the most powerful Darkspawn we've ever encountered. But even the best magic fades. The Wardens need to reinforce the seals. This requires the blood of a mage untainted by Warden training. The last to perform the ritual was your father.
That's why the Carter came after me.
We need your help, Hawke. I have done extensive research on this Darkspawn, and I believe the original Wardens were wrong. He isn't a threat to humanity. He's our greatest opportunity. A Darkspawn who can talk, feel, reason.
Corypheus cares nothing for blights. He used you.
The Warden Commander?
Don't listen to this creature. He's half Darkspawn himself. I know how to harness Corypheus. Use his magic to end the blights.
No.
We've heard this before.
The Wardens knew. Corypheus is too powerful.
There are rules to the Order, and with good reason. Father wouldn't want this.
Worth the risk. If he doesn't help, it's one more big darkspawn to stick a bolt in. No big deal.
If she has a way to control him, I don't see the harm.
Corypheus calls her, and she listens. She brought him the Carter, sent them for you.
Stroud wouldn't let me have your brother. I need you.
How could you trust any deal this Darkspawn makes with you?
Do not think me foolish, Hawke. I am making no deal. I have a spell which can control Corypheus. Bind him to my will. He will be a new, important weapon in the war on the Blights. No more, no less.
Are you talking about using blood magic?
Everything that was done to him was through the power of blood. The Wardens imprisoned Corypheus before the Chantry banned such magic. It is the only way to hold him.
You're not helping the case for releasing him.
Why would this Darkspawn want to end the Blights?
He's no mindless monster. This search for the old gods comes at a terrible cost to his people.
He tricked you. These are not your thoughts. They are his calling.
How many of them died in Ferelden alone? And that was the least of the Blights.
No, Larias is definitely right. Let's kill the super big bad Darkspawn guy. And not resort to blood magic. And not undermine what our father did. Or at least try not to. No, no, Larias is right. Sorry, Janica.
Corypheus may be as great a threat as the next Blight.
Then again, we did
can't
let
risk
the
failing
architect
him.
go
We'll
last
find a
time.
way to do this with or without you, Hawke. This prison will be broken. The Blights will end. Come.
With me, we will beat them to the seal.
Why does that matter? We both want to undo the seal. It's just what we're going to do after that. That's what matters. A power nexus.
This was part of the prison's defenses from centuries ago. Old wards, unstable, dangerous. The Wardens had them neutralized. Bringing them back to life will stall Janica.
Ooh. Neat. Alright. that's about all the time we have. I don't want to start a new level of this dungeon, this mega dungeon, just yet. So let's save. And I think we're going to call it there for the evening. So, thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to join me in Greedfall on Monday night. We are going to be continuing to play Greedfall. It's been a lot of fun so far. We're still basically in the introduction tutorial area. We haven't even left the old world yet to get to the new one. But we should, this coming week, should wrap up our side quests and dilly-dallying over there and head on our ship across the sea and go to Tier 4D, our new settlement on our new island. And then, next Thursday, we will be right back here to finish up Hawke and Carver's legacy with their father. Blood magic, and ancient darkspawn, and Grey Wardens, and all of those very, 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 very Dragon Age sorts of things. So, as I said, thank you all for joining me once again. And I will see you next time. Good night.